Hi guys, Susan Batchelder here with the Top Income team, and I am here today bringing you another episode of our Marketing Bootcamp Beyond Basics. Unfortunately, my partner in crime, Michael Leaney, is not able to be present today, so it's just me. The whole theme of this first set of bootcamp is content creates conversation. So we're just running along with that, trying to give you short, bite-sized, consumable pieces of ideas or different angles, some strategy to use with your content to really go beyond. So that's what we're here for. I'm just going to take 1 second to check, make sure that I embedded everything good. I'm some mess today. I'm actually surprised that I am here and on time. What a concept. Michael would be proud of me. I'm usually making us late. Just a second here. Just to check. Yes. Okay. All right, now I have to find the right window again. There we go. Okay, so for anybody that popped on late, I was just doing a review of, or kind of like the overview of what this first boot camp that Michael and I are doing is about. Marketing Bootcamp Beyond Basics, and we're starting with content. Content creates conversation. So what we've been bringing to you is ideas of how to increase your reach, your resonance, and your relevance with your content. I come at content marketing kind of from a bit of a different angle, and it's just really exciting to share it in this format. And I've actually had a lot of fun already with Michael on this project because he brings a completely different angle to it, and I love what he's doing with it. So it's kind of cool. So most of the time we're not going to be doing anything technical. The technical of learning each little detail of the content can be learned in a different platform, or you can easily Google that. It's the strategy that we can really shorten your learning curve and very quickly get you to step your reach and your content and your actual entire business up to the next level. Earlier today I posted a video talking about helping people get to a comfort level to get on Google Hangouts and such like that. So just to give you an idea of how powerful some of these strategies that we're presenting in this bootcamp and in following bootcamps is, I used content to expand my reach while I was trying to get myself to be on video, and it worked very well. I don't use it as much now, and it's just because of time. Each one of the strategies, every once in a while I'll put them into play. Like I'll take 1 week out of every month and just really put my whole previous plan into action, and it works extremely well. Or if I have one video that I just really want to get a lot more views and like specific targeted views on, I just follow through with this method, and it just works every time. It never doesn't work. So the difference with this is when you use this method with creating content on purpose with a very clear intention of who you're talking to, who is your audience, and what your message is, the number of views that you need to either bring in new clients, new team members, or new colleagues is much less, because you're doing it specific, and it's very targeted. And the SEO juice isn't, it's not, I'll be honest, it's not astronomical, but it is sticky. So it doesn't give you a ton of backlinks, but the links that it gives you are very strong. So follow along, and probably in the next, either in the next week or the week after, you'll get kind of the whole overview, mind map style of what it looks like, and then you can pick and choose what parts you want to really drive home, what works with you. Today we're going to talk about IBOtoolbox, and this is definitely a platform that works well. It's focused on business people. So people go to IBOtoolbox and they use IBOtoolbox on purpose. It's meant for connecting with other people within the business industry, within the content marketing industry. And when you bring in your videos and your content together in there, and then you share it elsewhere, and you do that combination, it is like creating chain links, like literally solid, unbreakable chain links. Can't remember what I was trying to describe, but anyway. So before I get in, digging into the platform, another quick reminder. These are press releases that you're creating in IBOtoolbox. So some people do set them up with the conversational format, like a blog post or an article, but because the whole platform is all business-minded people, I use the 6-step formula to crafting persuasive script. And I covered that in detail when Michael and I were, I think it was either the first or the second of this boot camp. And if you're in our initial basic group, it is all spelled out in there. Now, this 6-step formula to crafting persuasive script can be used in press releases, it can be used in email copy, it can even be used in notes on Facebook, it can be used on posts on Facebook, and it's just your thinking as you're putting the words together. So number 1, the hook, number 2, the problem, number 3, the implication of the problem to the said person or audience that you're talking to, the solution to that problem, the result. So when you present your solution, what will the result potentially be? And then you close the deal and invite the sale. So it's not salesy, you're not trying to shove something down them, you're just presenting it in a persuasive style. Embed the facts of your company, your product, your offer within a story, either a story of the company, your team's story, the whole team's story, someone else on your team's story, or better yet, your own story. And that will definitely give more of a punch and more of an impact, and it'll stay with them longer. Create a relationship. That's what it'll also do. Content does. It creates conversation if you put your heart in it, or your soul, or both, and just make a point of creating quality, compelling, valuable content. I would rather somebody record only 1 video a week and write 1 well-written piece of material that can be taken apart, like as Michael described in one of the previous ones. Literally, if you write good content, you can take a piece apart and switch up the words and create a synopsis, or like a summary of it, and that's your Facebook post for Monday. Take a different part of it and switch it around, and that's what you post on Google Plus on Tuesday, or maybe on all the platforms, that same little synopsis or snippet, and that is linked back to either your press release on IBOtoolbox, which also contains your video, or you can use it in a comment on your video. Just be really creative, but just write 1 well-written piece of content and repurpose it and spread it around, and keep on bringing people back to that video. So that's kind of the whole concept. And we just pop over to IBOtoolbox to do that. So to be honest with you, I am almost done, because that's essentially it. I am going to screen share though. Just give me 1 second. and just kind of give you an idea over on IBOtoolbox. I'll check to make sure if there's not any questions that popped up. If it shows on the page, then I can answer them live. If not, I will always get back to you. And if this is your first time landing on the Bootcamp videos, just either get in touch with Michael Levy or myself, Susan Batchelder, and we are in the process of creating. I'm creating a team page with them, and all of the past links will be there, so that you can watch the past ones and kind of like have it as a whole package, because it does flow together. We will try to summarize them each time to keep you caught up, but really to keep them nice and short, we have to do it that way. So I am going to pop over, and I haven't done a press release in a while, so I'm going to find one of my recent ones and then just show you. Now, IBOtoolbox, if you've never used it, it is a free platform to use. You can buy advertising on there. I've tested the advertising, and it does work. You can do the paid ads. You also earn credits by just being active on the site and by bringing people in, and then you can use those credits. And advertise. Most of all, it's the link that happens, the link juice that happens there, and the engagement, because you can do messages, the press releases, you can embed your videos on the press releases. There's IBOTube, which I host the videos that I want to have more views on. I host them over there, and they have awesome tutorial videos. So that's another reason why I kind of don't go into the technical, because if I record something technical and then the platform changes, then my video is no longer any good. And I try really hard to do as I teach, and I teach people to always keep in mind of creating evergreen material, which means material that is not going to be dated right away and can be reused. So hopefully you can see my screen here now. So this is a press release that I did, and it's titled People Helping People. So you do have a minimum number of words that you have to write. So every once in a while, if I'm just wanting to make a quick point, I have to, ponder for a few minutes to write it a bit longer. It never takes me longer than maybe 5 to 10 minutes to write a press release. So I write my content, always a signature. The video that I'm embedding, I always put the video watch link and embed the video. And there's two reasons for that. If for some reason the video doesn't load on somebody's device that they're using, or if there's a glitch or whatever, then they have a link to grab. It usually will hyperlink, but this one I see didn't. But either way, people can copy it and do that. So then the video is displayed in there. And then the reason why it's so easy to get, and if I would have put any more effort, I would have gotten more than the 5 comments, but my aim is always 5 comments. I think there's 5. Oh, there's more than 5, 6, 7, 8. So I aim for 5 comments. That seems to be the magical number of comments on any piece of content, whether it's video, articles, press releases, posts, or whatever that Google does notice. When you publish content on IBOtoolbox, they automatically push that content out to all of the search engines, to other marketing content websites, And so there's an automatic syndication that's on IBOtoolbox that you don't find anywhere else. And plus, as I mentioned a few times, that the people that migrate and communicate over in IBOtoolbox are all business-minded people. Beside your content is always your profile, how many likes, how many views. You can put your link to the IBOTube. So it just creates a really powerful addition to any of your video marketing. People can directly connect with you, and they do. It's just really active. They can share your website on any of the social sites, or many of them anyway. Then you can put your business links here. It's meant for sharing. It is just a powerful platform that is meant for sharing. I'm just going to pop over to the dashboard, and this is kind of what it looks like. So you've got points. It reminds you of stuff that you could do. The red arrows means that you haven't been doing the wall activity. You haven't created a press release. So kind of real reminders. And you get stars. There's rewards. And then this is a section that the member advertising, so text ads. If you put an ad up, that's where it'll show up. And then these are IBO big dogs, so active people, top enrollers. They're always, these are high traffic, the traffic leaders. So they're always lifting people up. It's just a great membership site. I absolutely love it over here. Actually, if I had more time, I'd kind of hang out here a lot more. I find it a really positive environment. It's kind of a nice place to switch up from the, I don't mean to diss Facebook, but Facebook can get kind of closed in and maybe a little bit, gossipy, negative, and crazy stuff goes down on your feed there. So you kind of get locked in, whereas here you can just, when I'm in IBOtoolbox, it's straight business. Like it's effective straight business. This is the feed. So as I scroll down here, I always welcome new people and make them an associate right away. Like literally, this is how quick it is, and you don't get blocked because you can do this with 100 people, and they don't penalize you. They don't block you. In fact, they encourage you to make friends with everybody. It's just crazy. So literally, and it takes you 2 seconds to go and see somebody's press release. So when somebody, and you don't have to come to your wall and do this. When you publish a press release, it comes and it makes this post automatically. And people like me scroll down the feed and I see this snippet that he put, and it says view press release. So it literally always says, I just posted a new press release titled blah blah blah, please take a look and leave a comment. And then you can like it right here, you can comment right here if you want, you can share it immediately in the social media here and over there. Just super cool. So I'm going to like it right away, and I just click here and it literally opens up in another window, and then I can go and read through his content, make sure and read through it enough so that I can leave a quality comment. And fairly new is also Facebook comments, which also pushes it out onto Facebook. Almost every time I comment on somebody's press release, they return it. It's very reciprocative, whatever that word. People reciprocate on IBOtoolbox. Another reason why I really like it. It's got a really cool atmosphere. So if I want to boost my press release comments, I literally go and find people that I haven't commented on for a long time or whatever, comment on their stuff, and before I know it, I'll have an extra 5 to 10 comments on one of my press releases. So it's definitely great. And then you've brought your video and embedded it there. So that's just super cool. Then one last golden nugget before I close out, because I'm at the 20-minute mark. I take the link to my press release and I go back and I put that link to my press release into the description of my YouTube video. So this is content that I want to really boost the views. So in the description, I'll go, and near the bottom, I'll put related articles or related press release. Just switch it up and put whatever you want, and then the link to the press release underneath. And it might be a video that's related to multiple things. And you can literally anytime you want, you can go back and change the description and add another related content link. That starts creating the circle of interlinking. And if you've kind of got a big topic that you're creating multiple things, and you might want to draw it out so you have a picture of what you're linking to what, so that you have a real like a strong link wheel. You can make a core or a pillar piece of content, a pillar article or a pillar video that everything goes back to, and that is linked in everything that you have. We'll talk about that on another day, but IBOtoolbox, create a press release, embed your video in there. It can be your video from last week. It can be a video from a month ago that you just thought you got a good response, or you just thought, I have got more to say about that. So don't redo it, just add to it. Just create content and embed that video in it, and just redo all of your content. Don't keep on making new content when your other quality, compelling content is already good. Or think forward, start from where you are right now, and make sure that all of the content that you make is well thought out, has a clear intention, you know who you're talking to, and you know that you can create multiple pieces of content to create a large ripple of conversation with it. Because you're amazing and you have a ton of value to share. So let's help you share it. Increase your reach with relevance and resonance. So that's it. Susan Batchelder here with Bootcamp Beyond the Basics. I sure miss Michael today. I'm sure he'll be back next week. Bye.